my relationship to it changes all the time, but I think that as an artist, we have a little bit of an obligation to capture our lives and our experiences truthfully, not just the beautiful things. And like, I'm not a perfect person. A lot of what I feel and what I think, I'm aware that I'm caught in a lot of patterns, and like there are ugly parts of my soul, and like the more that I'm like willing to accept it, I've noticed that it makes me feel just like more okay with being myself.
That's my friend Natasha, born and raised in Seattle. With parents from China and Germany, she's grown up around producers, musicians. We also had a chance to work together on one of her music videos, and from there we grew into friends and a true artistic confidence. She's one of those rare friendships that keep in touch, where we don't see each other very often, but every reconnection feels like we are recalibrating our creativity, energy, and check up on life. Here, we talk nothing different from what we usually share in our catch ups and phone calls. We talk about how life has been going, our own personal space, and also our personal experience in this creative path. Also, things that we are keeping wrestling as a full-time freelancers, and also believers that time and space can be our allies. I call this one "There is no right path." And that's one more unfolded conversation from the Stories to Feel Alive podcast. Press play, take a seat, turn it up. How's been going to your creativity? How are things going after?
I feel like this year has been already so much better. I set the intention at New Year's. Like, my New Year's resolution was going to be more present when I'm doing things, because I think last year I did so many projects that were like bucket list things, like things that I wanted to do my whole life. But I was so like that kind of energy that even when I was there, like I wasn't experiencing it. I was kind of like, it just like happened and then it was done. And like I already started feeling, this is the second month of the year. Everything that I'm planning, I at least take a moment in the beginning and I'm just like, I remind myself why I'm doing it. And I remind myself to like, this is for other people, but it's also for me. And I already feel like I'm starting to repair my relationship to art.
How's that? How that looks like? That's
It just, it means like I guess one example is I have been doing this reading series where I'm playing music during a silent reading thing at the Seattle Art Museum every month. And last year I did it, and I would spend like so long making the music for it because I wanted it to be like a really chill vibe for people to read to. And it was like a dream project for me. And then it happened, and I didn't really take it in. And so it almost felt like it didn't happen. And then this year, I just took a second while everyone was reading and I just looked up while I was playing and I was just looking at everyone reading. And it was like they were experiencing something, but I also was. So it was like they were art for me. And it was like,
But how do you think you get that sensitivity of to notice that they got what you got? Like how did you notice that?
it was less about that. I guess that's the thing, is like I was so focused on other people's experience before, and this year I was really trying to focus on like enjoying it for myself too. So like looking up and seeing a bunch of people reading, like that for me felt nourishing. So it was like less of a transaction this way and more like a cycle, like both ways we're getting a healing experience. Like I'm getting to look out at a bunch of people reading together and it was like beautiful.
Oh wow.
And they just got to hear me play. And I guess if that was beautiful for them, that was awesome. But it was like I'm already feeling less drained than I was last year, because a lot of last year I was just trying to create things for people to experience and then not really knowing how to take back for myself.
Yeah.
And just taking a moment and like really taking in what's happening has been that for me. Just like being more present and like intentionally finding the things to be grateful for in those experiences, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Mm.
How often you get in that place since I don't know, since you start off as a musician, you can even say like your production, right?
Mm.
Producing your own music.
I feel like I'm lucky. I think I've been very intentional about making sure that if I don't feel a strong reason for why I'm doing something, I examine both like my outlook at it and also like if that's something I want to keep doing. Like for production, I think it's really usually pretty direct. Like if someone's hearing their song for the first time, and like I've had people just be like, "Oh my god, like that's me." And like for me that feels like so meaningful just to be able to be like the tool for someone to use to experience their own artistry. That feels really powerful. Also, I mean, playing shows, like I play a Chinese traditional instrument and like not a lot of people have seen it, and I have people come up to me all the time being like, "Hey, I'm Chinese," like,
Oh,
and
that's
like,
cool.
like
Yeah,
I'm
that's really
proud
cool.
that you're
I get
doing
that.
this. It feels
Yeah.
good.
You connect right to one element,
Mm.
kind of open doors for you be biculturally saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that feels meaningful. I mean, I think, I don't, you probably resonate with this. There's like a balance. I do music full time. So there's, I've been better, I think, recently at reminding myself, like, if I take a job that it's not going to be enjoyable, and I know that. But, like, while I'm doing it, I'm already thinking about, like, okay, cool. So if I do this, like, I can hire the cellist to play with me at the next show. And, like, I'm already just, like, in the moment when I'm playing with her, I'm, like, being grateful for the person that showed up to this, like, corporate gig. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, hey, like, I did this so that I could survive until now. And like that is also beautiful. And that's just like living like realistically as an artist.
Yeah, which is it requires a lot of challenge for us. Like after really decide that you're pursuing the what you love. But yeah, I do resonate with like have like my body just says to me. I always say that like my body is in my temperature. Like if he reacts to no of some desire or project or even like our work atmosphere, like I think it's getting more sharp nowadays, but it just like quickly click. No, this is not from my heart. This is not gonna be as intentional as I want. Like
Totally.
I think it became more easy. It's not easy. Like I think it's used to be more like I used to be more like taking more time to decide something, but you say like, oh,
Just trusting yourself.
yeah. I think it's kind of like exercise. I don't know. I don't know if you how you get that shift.
Oh yeah.
Believing even like among so many chaos and challenges, like not knowing the destination or where you're gonna be, or if you really are actually
Yeah,
like
right. On the right path doing
on the right
it.
path. Or if people are responding the way you want to disseminate your art, because there's also this intention, like it's for you, but you also want to impact people.
Totally. Yeah.
Right? So how am I impacting like the thing you said about reading and you just notice? That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I think like maybe a year into starting to do music more, like performing, I noticed that my relationship to my intuition was kind of off. Like I didn't really trust myself. And so that year, like my whole intention was just to repair that relationship. And so like right around when I met you, that's why I was going on tour so much. I was just like,
Yeah, I know.
I have this feeling like I'm supposed to go to these places, and I like everyone's like, why? Why are you going there? Why are you going to Indiana right now? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was calling you and said, "Where are you? I'm on the road. I'm about to get here in San Francisco, whatever." I was like, "What?" And then the next time I called you, I said, "Hey, I'm in Oregon." It's like, "Wow, you're already all over the place." I was like, "That's well, that's cool because I feel like it's some sort of." I wonder. Actually, I have a question for that. Like, is that the one of your resources to back to your center, or what makes you like sometimes get on the car and just go?
I,
What's that feeling?
I think that's like what I was saying is like I just have like something in my bones is telling me to go, and I'm just like, okay, like I told you I was gonna listen to you, I'm gonna go. And like it always ends up being like something on the road. I'm like, this, I understand why I had to come now. Sometimes it's like repairing my sense of trust. Like if things always go wrong on the road, like it's so unpredictable, but just being able to be like, oh, I know how to take care of myself feels really nice. And like I am a songwriter, so I love collecting stories, and like Seattle, I think, can feel so comfortable that sometimes I stop feeling like inspired by people. Like, not everyone is different and beautiful and wonderful, but I think sometimes being in a new space, you feel more like awake. And so, like, talking to a stranger, they're having a life that is different than a lot of the folks that I see in Seattle. And it's like, oh, that's cool. Like, I can see you more, I can see me more just by this interaction. So, like, I love being on the road just for like a small conversation with someone at a coffee shop, or like at a show. Like, oh my gosh, there was, I think this stood out to me a lot. There was a show I played in Colorado, and this guy came up to me and he's like, are your parents accepting of you being a musician? And I was like,
Good question.
yeah. I mean, I think sometimes what I do stresses my mom out. She's like, you're just gonna go in your car, like sleep in your car and like just go play music for like $100 a show. Like, you're so crazy. And I'm like, I love it though. And then he was like, well, that's just really empowering to see, because like he's also Asian and he has strict parents, and he was like, yeah, like a lot of my life I just feel like I have to shelter them from who I am. So it was like just that conversation. I think being somewhere else, he felt more safe to tell me that because he was never going to see me again. You know what I mean? So you have these opportunities for openness.
Yeah, it's a bunch of connection right there.
Yeah.
Like mirrors yourself a little bit more, accelerates your mural. I think I feel like people sometimes on the way on the stores accelerates your way of being. Like, okay, I just met, even if for a day, like a coffee shop, like on the bus and the train. I definitely resonate with that. Like, just, dude, when you're talking to me.
Yeah, right.
I was like, wow, I know why now, because I actually see myself a little bit on this, like, tiny bit of you saying this.
Totally.
You know? That's really nice.
Yeah.
So then, and then how do you come to write? Like,
how does it come out?
Yeah, come out from.
Well, that's, I think another thing why I really like being on the road is like I see people when I'm actually at a show, but there's a lot of alone time. Like, you driving through to get from one place to another, you have so much time to think. And I always think really well when I'm driving, because I think I'm focused enough on driving that like the critical part of my mind that is judging my thoughts is busy. And so it's like the truer part of myself gets time to just like play.
Such awareness.
You know?
About that. Yeah, so you use it as a tool.
Yeah, and also whenever I'm on the road, I go camping in nature. And so just like time away from the city and time away from my life and my obligations and everything, the busyness of life, I think it's like that's when I need to process. And so like I'll just be journaling, and then sometimes something will happen. It's like all those things that I've been collecting along the way just like come out.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, how do you have how do you have the courage to take something from your intimacy of writing with yourself, about how you feel or what you experience, to click and come out to people? Like, do you keep stuff for yourself, or everything it's actually come to resonate with as a song, as a music?
I think that's been an interesting process that I've been aware of. I think for a long time, because writing was like my way of understanding the world, I never felt shyness. Like, there was no off topics. But because I perform so much, sometimes now when I'm writing, I'm already like, I don't know if I want people to know that I feel this way. But I think on the other side of that is like, if I feel that, I know that I'm not the only one that has shame around this. And I think that makes it even more important to say, because like maybe someone in the room is feeling shame around that feeling, and then they hear me singing it, and then maybe they feel a little bit more courage to like accept that about themselves. I don't know. I think my relationship to it changes all the time, but I think that as an artist, we have a little bit of an obligation to capture our our lives and our experiences truthfully, not just the beautiful things. And like, I'm not a perfect person. A lot of what I feel and what I think, I'm aware that I'm caught in a lot of patterns, and like there are ugly parts of my soul, and like the more that I'm like willing to accept it, I've noticed that it makes me feel just like more okay with being myself. I don't know. Sorry. That was a lot. Sorry.
I was too. Wow. No. It just got in. You come in a loop.
Sorry.
You come in a loop. That's the eyes always, right? You come in a loop in our phone calls. Like every time we have those long phone calls, which I love it. And
Me too.
Really, yeah, it just. I felt we were in a phone right now.
Me too. I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot. You just got me. Whoa! I was like, I'm tripping away. Put my feet down. Wow, that's such a powerful way to see yourself, and also the awareness of putting out there. I think.
Thank you.
It is art, right? It is also. I don't know what it's. Where'd that come from? Joking. Who's here? But wow, it's in. So it means like you constantly watching out for yourself through those resources that you consider like evolving. Like, how do you feel like you stepping forward to a next level of yourself? No next level, but you are ready to something else. How that feel like? When do you know that feeling shifting inside of you? What that looks like, the shift. Do you, example, for me, it's in form of action. When I shift something inside of me, it's come through our actions. And could be any new thing, or could be something that it's been like sitting somewhere, and then I come out. That's my way of feeling it. Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Oh, it is here. Good to go. And how about you? How that works for you?
I think that resonates.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I'll notice like it's interesting being in a field where sometimes opportunities will come to me. Finally, like forever, it was just me like bothering people, being like, "Hey, can I come here and play music? Like, will you play music with me?"
With your cute face, hey.
Yeah, hey.
Shelby Natasha.
Can I come play here? But now I think like if an opportunity presents itself, I'll notice that I'm ready when I feel a little bit afraid.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
Because I think for a long time, I've noticed there was maybe a year where everything I did, it was so comfortable. So I was like, I know that I'm going to show up and I'm going to do a good job. But I think like that stopped me from growing. I've been trying to put myself in positions where I know it'll be the best that I'll do at that time, but it makes me feel better that next time it'll be a little bit better. I think like if an opportunity presents itself, I think I'm ready.
Right. So
because
that's how you deal with fear.
Yeah.
Like the fear paralyzes you or moves you. What do you think?
I think it in art it moves me.
Yes.
In life, sometimes it paralyzes me. Like I can't call people sometimes because I'm like, yeah. Like I'll email you, no problem, but on the phone, I'm so scared.
Really?
Yeah, homies is fine.
Yeah.
But like anything else,
just
so scared. Like if someone asks me to play an event and they're like, "Hey, can you give me a call to talk about it?" I will like stress about it for like 2 hours, and I'll just be looking at my phone, and I'm like, "You're gonna call them. You're gonna call them,"
call
and I'm so scared.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And it's like so chill,
funny.
but it's like I don't know.
Yeah, nice.
Fear is just part of it. It's like part of being a person and part of making art.
Yeah, it changed with time, I guess. You react differently. Nice. Well, and what the how that feels to evolve this relationship between our friendship, like how
Aw.
that feels like when I mean, because it's nice to have you like being part of this project because it is personal and I know you have a lot to share. Somehow there's this, and I know you have like this expand imagination of make everything possible. So then how that feels like you being uh, express yourself like this way? Have you been in different places trying to tell more about yourself or your story before? Like I know we know each other, like it's which makes it not easy, but it's comfortable. I feel comfortable. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's fun because we talk on the phone for like hours whenever we talk. So it's just interesting to know what you still want to know about me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we've
Yeah.
known each other for years.
Yeah.
And like, I think, yeah, it's beautiful. And it's also just like, I think as two artists that have been friends over time, I think it's been really beautiful to see like every time that we do check in on each other, and it's like, it's not always a high. Sometimes it's a low. It's like, hey, I'm feeling like really frustrated with like
Yeah,
what
that's
I'm
what I love
doing.
about us, the trading exchange. Like every time you checking or checking, you always. It's nice coming from you. Like say you checking actually how my life doing or what I'm doing. I mean, I don't think people do that often. Like with what, what? You know, I don't think people do that often with this respect of say I know you on your journey. You know, like I feel that when I was calling you and you were away, it's like, oh wow, it just feels like I can you watch your friends like
Evolving.
yeah, all the things, but you shack in a way that like you have this sensibility of shacking in with this empathy, I guess. Don't you think?
I mean, we're buddies.
Yeah. But there is something about checking on.
Yeah.
What is make you feel like you
What?
look at you. We're gonna cut before this.
We're not gonna.
No, I mean, how do you build community like that, making sure that other people also are in their journeys, but we are always have something similar. Like, how's your sense of building community?
I don't know. I feel like with our friendship in particular, I think that I have a lot of long distance friendships because, like I went to school in Boston, I lived in China, and like I'm used to having people that are really important to me that I don't get to talk to all the time. But it's just like, it feels really special that we're all growing. And I don't know if you feel this way, but I think that's one of my favorite things about friendship is like, it's such an honor to get to see a person over time in all of their seasons and just being like, when someone that you really care about is doing something and you know that they've been wanting to do this forever, it's just like a sense of like, hey, you did it.
Yeah.
Or like if you're going through a tough season and you're starting to come out of it, there's also that sense of like, hey, like I'm proud of you. I know where you were and now you're like doing better. Or even when you're like having a hard time, sometimes it's nice to talk to someone else and being like, hey, yeah, I also feel that way. Like I've appreciated that about you and I talking at different points about like the frustration of like having to make art in a capitalist world. Like it there are so many factors that are not natural, but like that we both felt that way, and at different times we get to be like, yeah, this is like really hard. Sometimes that's just enough to be like, okay, going into your next day you're like, I'm not crazy, like this is weird, you know.
That's the thing. Like, it doesn't feel like you're in this bubble. I mean, in this sense of craziness by yourself, because you feel like sometimes you're alone,
Yeah.
right? Like, am I feeling this only? It's only me feeling this whole atmosphere here, or someone else wanna scream louder out there, you know? It's like you know. But yeah, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you also listening. Yes, I think if I had to say something that I noticed and I value about you is you're a good listener.
Aw.
Yeah.
You too.
Am I?
Yeah.
I don't think you always listen though. Yeah.
I think that's another thing I really appreciate about our relationship. I think like you listen with compassion, but also like you can take things into a joke sometimes when things get too heavy. And I think we both need that. Like we go deep. So then sometimes just like something can be like kind of tough and then just being like, oh, classic Shelby, classic Fernanda. And it's like sometimes you need that. You need someone that knows you to be like, hey, this is a pattern, and like kindly be like, hey, you're doing it again.
Like, hey, you too deep right now, too intense, come back. Come back, Fernanda. Or like I noticed that you follow, I follow you. Like it's just like this, like that's what I said. You were here, it's like, oh fuck, I got in a mood. You just don't need on me, you know, because I follow, and if it, I mean, just to wrap this up, if you have to say something to yourself today, because I know your birthday's coming, New Year. If you have to say something to your new self of this new year coming up, which is your birthday, what would you say?
Please get some rest. You need sleep.
Yes. And then, what are you up to for the new year? Your new
this year?
Shelby Natasha new year, yeah.
I'm putting out a lot of music.
Yeah?
I'm excited.
When people, I mean, I know where to find you because I called. I know where to find you. But if people doesn't know, haven't heard your music, so I wanted people to know more. Where they should find you.
I'm on streaming platforms under Shelby Natasha, and also on Instagram at Shelby Natasha Music. And also, I have a website, www.shelbynatashamusic.org.
Yeah! I didn't know about the website.
I made it.
Yeah! I know, you made a lot of stuff. That's why you don't stop. You do everything.
We gotta.
Yeah.
Who's gonna do it?
That's right. Yeah, same. Are you good with this?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, me too.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, we made it. Great, I love behind the scenes.
No, water. I came from a bottle. I'm not even kidding. I was genuinely impressed.
For real?
Nobody ever has water. I'm like, awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Who am I gonna tell? Thank you for listening. Also, this is a fake flower.
That's it for the Stories to Feel Alive videocast, last episode 2025. So we experienced, we had fun, we connect, we touch base, and thanks so much for the ones that listened this one. I appreciate and apologize about some technical details this year. If you like and you want to hear more next year, subscribe on Spotify and YouTube. I hope to see you soon. Thank you.
If you ask me kindly, well, I could be your exorcist.